Today we're going to give away a free t-shirt, reveal the books I bought this week, and somewhere on this episode is a mystery pop-up segment. Where will it be? It's a mystery. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching a Comic Hero Show. Now kick that intro! Edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. This month is Adoption Awareness Month. Now I'm going to touch base on that later on, but for right now, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. Hey everyone, now this month is also Diabetes Awareness Month. Now diabetes refers to a group of diseases that affect how the body uses blood sugar or glucose. Glucose is an important source of energy for the cells that make up the muscles and tissues. It's also the brain's main source of fuel. The main cause of diabetes varies by type, but no matter what type of diabetes a person has, it can lead to excess sugar in the blood. Too much sugar in the blood can lead to serious health problems. The four types of diabetes are type 2, which is a chronic condition that affects the way the body produces glucose or blood sugar. Type 1, which is a chronic condition in which the pancreas produces little to no insulin. Prediabetes, which is a condition in which blood sugar is high, but not high enough to be type 2. And gestational diabetes. Now this is one among women. It's a form of high blood sugar affecting pregnant women that goes away when the woman gives birth. Alright, and some of the signs and symptoms of type 1 and type 2 diabetes are feeling more thirsty than usual, urinating often, losing weight without trying, presence of ketones in the urine. Now by the way, ketones are a byproduct of the breakdown of muscle and fat that happens when there's not enough available insulin. Feeling tired and weak, feeling irritable or having other mood changes, having blurry vision, having slow healing sores, and getting a lot of infections such as gum, skin, and vaginal infections. Now, I personally know some folks that are living with diabetes. In fact, my grandmother and two of my aunts had diabetes. And I know several folks throughout my life have had diabetes, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. I mean, I'm not afraid of saying it, but 3.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes, and I manage it with exercising and eating right, which is, by the way, one of the two best things to do whenever you're faced with it. But if you're watching this and you happen to have diabetes, I love y'all, and this mystery pop-up segment and episode are for y'all. Now this is a Diabetes Awareness Comic Hero tee, and if you would like one, you can find them on IamTheComicHero.com/shop for $17, and I will donate half of each purchase to the ADA, which is the American Diabetes Association. Alright, with these books, I ended up splitting them in half. These are Marvel books. The DC and all the other publications will come in the comic books I bought this week's segment. I'm going to go ahead and reveal them now, so here we go. First up is The Amazing Spider-Man number 61. Captain America number 15. Deadpool number 8. NYX number 5. And I'm really excited about this one. Psylocke number 1. This Spectacular Spider-Man number 9. Ultimate X-Men number 9. The Uncanny X-Men number 5. And finally, Venom number 39. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, I lost track of count there. But that's 9, which brings the total number of comics that I've bought since December of 1997 to 13,240. Alright, on last week's episode, I asked, which Marvel character did Stan Lee base on billionaire aviator Howard Hughes? Well, the correct answer is Tony Stark. Now, some of y'all said Tony Stark, some of y'all said Iron Man. I accepted both answers because, after all, Tony Stark is Iron Man. Well, 9 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, your name's been entered in the drawing for a free tea. And that drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tea for this week's episode of the show is... Courtney Smiley from Sibley, Louisiana. So congratulations, Courtney. Win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode, and this is a Superman question. Which Superman character recently became the mayor, or the new mayor of Metropolis? Which Superman character recently became the new mayor of Metropolis? Alright, here are the hints. The first hint is that this character made his first appearance in the Adventures of Superman radio serial back in early 1940. The second hint, this character made his first comics appearance in Superman number 7 in late 1940 and was created by Jerry Siegel and Wayne Boring. The third hint, this character has been played on the small screen by John Hamilton, Lane Smith, and Paul Jarrett. The fourth hint, this character has been played on the big screen by Jackie Cooper, Frank Langella, and Lawrence Fishburne. The fifth hint, Wendell Pierce will play this character in the upcoming Superman movie coming to theaters next summer. And then the sixth and final hint, and this is a dead giveaway, especially if you know Superman. This character is best known for his catchphrase, "Great Caesar's Ghost!" Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tea on next week's episode of the show. Alright, now usually I would do a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown segment or an Any Questions segment, but because of the length of the Mystery Pop-Up segment, I'm going to go ahead and skip those. In fact, I'm not going to do either one of those segments until episode 503, because I have another Mystery Pop-Up segment for the next episode. So y'all hang tight for that. But for right now, and with that being said, let's get to the comics I bought this week. Comic books I bought this week. Alright, here we go. First up is Absolute Batman number 2. Action Comics number 1075. Batman and Robin number 15. And folks, I'm really excited about this one. Very excited. Black Lightning number 1. Green Lantern number 17. And finally, Space Ghost number 7. Alright, that's 6, which brings the total number of comics that I've bought since December of 1997 to 13,246. Alright, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode, and here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. Which Superman character recently became the new mayor of Metropolis? Now, here are the hints again. The first hint is that this character made his first appearance in the Adventures of Superman radio serial in early 1940. The second hint, this character made his first comics appearance in Superman number 7 in late 1940 and was created by Jerry Siegel and Wayne Boring. The third hint, this character has been played on the small screen by John Hamilton, Lane Smith, and Paul Jarrett. The fourth hint, this character has been played on the big screen by Jackie Cooper, Frank Langella, and Lawrence Fishburne. The fifth hint, Wendell Pierce will play this character in the upcoming Superman movie coming to theaters next summer. And then the sixth and final hint, this character is best known for his catchphrase, "Great Caesar's Ghost!" Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Courtney Smiley from Sibley, Louisiana, who won a free tee on this episode. Now, this month is Adoption Awareness Month. Adoption is the permanent and legal transfer of parental rights from a child's biological parents to adoptive parents. It has complex and lifelong impacts on everyone involved, including the adopted person, their birth parents, and adoptive parents. In some cases, children are also adopted as a result of being orphans or being in foster care. Adoption provides an opportunity to connect children with permanent families and maintain connections to their birth family, culture, and community. Now, I personally know some folks who themselves were adopted, and I also have some friends and know some other people who chose the path of adoption. And adoption is more than just a process, it's a journey. I mean, what better thing can you think of than bringing a child without a family into one? I sure can't. Alright, this is an Adoption Awareness Comic Hero tee, and if you would like one, you can find them on IamTheComicHero.com/shop for $17, and I will donate half of each purchase to Adopt America. Alright, here's the road ahead for the show. On next week's episode, I'm raising awareness of lung cancer, and in a mystery pop-up segment, I'm going to raise awareness of Alzheimer's disease. And on episode 503, I'm going to celebrate Christmas. This entire desk is going to be decked out of Christmas decor. It's one of my favorite times of the year, and I can't wait to share it with the rest of y'all. And I may or may not have some Christmas-themed pop vinyls or other action figures, so stay tuned for that. Now, after episode 503, now as I said last week, I said that I wasn't going to do my year-end college football playoff episode of the show because the college football playoff field has been expanded to 12. Although, I've been thinking that beginning with episode 504 through episode 506, and this is tentative, I may or may not do this, but I'm thinking about, since the field has been expanded to 12, I may show some love to, for 3 episodes to 4 schools per episode. And if y'all think that's a good idea, let me know. I mean, right now I'm kind of on the fence about it. I mean, it was just something that came to me a few days ago, but if y'all think it's a good idea, let me know. If y'all think it's a bad idea, let me know. And I just want to go ahead and say this, but if you're watching this show, if you watch this on the regular, and even if you're watching this for the first time, you are a goodwill ambassador to the show and the comic hero movement. And with that being said, when you get finished watching this episode, share it with someone. I mean, share it on your Facebook page. Share it on any other form of social media. I mean, thank y'all for watching, but get the word out. please, sir, please, ma'am, get the word out. All right, if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. And as soon as you're done, hit subscribe. If you're watching this on the Comic Book Lovers Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. If you're watching this on the Louisiana Delta Content Creators Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. If you're watching this on the East Texas Comic-Con Fans Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. All right, I'm Victor Nolly on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 502. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero.